Alright, people, so I'm here with your Raw review. Wasn't a terrible show tonight. There was a couple good things, but overall, also a lot of dumbass, terrible ass matches as well, which I will all get into later in this review of this shitty ass show. So to get the show started off, we have Goldberg and Owens cutting the promo, and hey, look who decided to show up. Goldberg decides to show up on Raw tonight. So, of course, it's the first segment of the night, so he could probably get his ass out there as quick as possible. So we get a little pro. All he says is like fucking two words. Goldberg does. I mean, he doesn't really go that into his promos. All he really says is, "Oh, you're next," and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not that much of a promo. I mean, Owens has the ability to go more in depth. Goldberg kind of just talks for 2 minutes and that's it. That's all he could do. So I mean, wasn't too impressed with this promo. I mean, Owens saved it from being a total shit fest of a promo, but I mean, still not that great a way to start off the show. Oh, and then speaking of not a great ways to start off the show, following that, you got the New Day again, still fucking around with Rusev, Jinder Mahal, and Lana. I mean, if last week was any indication of how dumb this company is, that they continue to do the same shit again. First off, get the fuck out of here with this ice cream garbage. I mean, I am so sick of hearing about the New Day. They are so stale now. I mean, it's as stale as their fucking cereal. I mean, it's ridiculous. So now they're trying to push this whole ice cream bullshit. I mean, oh, so now it's not cereal now. It's ice cream. We're doing something different. No, it's pretty much the same thing. It's still a fucking food item. So this match was just terrible. I mean, end this fucking feud. They just put Rusev and Jinder Mahal together. They just threw them together with no reason whatsoever. Just throw them together. Match was 6 minutes and 25 seconds long, and I actually paid attention. Sometimes like to like zone into the crowd and see what are they chanting? Are they making noise? I listen to the crowd for a couple seconds during this match. Just totally fucking silent. I mean, they were fucking quieter than my biology class taking the quiz today. I mean, just so fucking dead. I mean, and I think that's how the crowd is during the majority of this show. Dead. I think more than ever now. I don't know if this is true or not, but I think, in my opinion, I might not, but if you go back 2 or 3 years, I think the crowd was more energetic, chanted more than they do now. And you might say, oh, now the crowds are more shitty. They're more populated with annoying little screaming 8-year-old children. I don't think that's true. I think it's more of it's just the product is more shitty. It's longer now. It's 3 hours long instead of 2 hours long. So I mean, people are going to get tired. They're going to fall asleep. I mean, Raw is the cure for insomnia. I mean, people are going to doze off. I mean, even if you are in the crowd, you might even doze off if you're in deep, if you can fall asleep easily. I mean, so I think that's why the crowd, if you listen into the crowd during most of the show, they're going to be dead. So that match was just terrible, 0 out of 5 stars. And following that shit fest, you get another shit fest with this retarded ass gimmick Tozawa who likes to yell every fucking 2 seconds when he's wrestling. Hey, you idiot! Just fucking go out there and wrestle. Enough with the fucking yelling. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't impress me, and it doesn't impress anybody watching. It's just annoying. So he defeats Noam Dar in a 3 minute match, 0 out of 5 stars, and then in a very brief attack, you get Brian Kendrick attacking, who for some odd reason likes to carry a pirate flag around. I mean, what is he from Somalia? I mean, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? He's carrying this huge ass pirate flag around. What is he? Does that mean he's a thief? I don't fucking know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Then we have a Bailey and Charlotte promo, which I didn't think got the job done. You got Charlotte coming out there saying that Bailey's basically a one-hit wonder, that she's going to beat her at the pay-per-view because, Charlotte is 15-0 at pay-per-views, the queen of pay-per-views. Oh, yeah, I'll bow down to the queen. So, you got Charlotte's the queen, Neville's the king, Triple H is the king of king. Yeah, everybody's a fucking king or queen. It seems like. But no, it's just a side, just a side observation there. But so then you get Bailey, once again saying, "Oh, I've already beat you numerous times." I mean, how many times are we going to hear that same fucking line of that Bailey has beaten Charlotte like 3 or 4 times now? I don't give a shit. I get it. It's ingrained in my head as much as 2 plus 2 is ingrained in my head. As much as $9.99 per month is ingrained in my head. I get it. I mean, I don't want to hear that fucking line one more fucking goddamn time. I get it. So, again, the promo just didn't get it done for me. I mean, you had some content in there with, Charlotte saying, "Oh, you're just a one-hit wonder." But, I mean, it still didn't get the job done. Then we have a tag team match of Divas, Nia Jax and Charlotte defeating Sasha Banks and Bayley. And I heard Stephanie McMahon later on in the show say that Nia Jax pinned um, uh, Bayley for the ending. I didn't pay too close attention to that because usually as the show goes on, I start to fade out. And I watched the show. I watched half of it on Monday, and I watched half of it today. Today's Wednesday. I'll probably upload this Thursday. Who knows? But so I heard Stephanie say that later, and if that's the case, which I assume it is, unless Stephanie botched, which is highly unlikely, that's fucking dumb. First off, it's dumb for Nia Jax to be the one to get the pin because she's not in the championship match, and second of all, it's dumb for Bayley, the one to take the pin because she's your fucking champion wrestling in a championship match, and she just won the belt. So if she just won the belt, you might as well give her a victory. Or at least not have her involved in the losing pinfall. I mean, this is just... I mean, who the fuck writes this shit? I mean, even I, a fucking nutrition and health major, know that. Writing for Wrestling 101, writing for WWE, whatever you want to call it, you don't make your fucking champion lose the week before the pay-per-view in a tag match. If you're going to have her team lose, you give the other person the pinfall. The losing pinfall. I mean, that's just basic fucking writing. So that's dumb as fuck there. I gave that match 1 out of 5 stars. Surprisingly, this was the longest match of the night at 9 minutes and 25 seconds long. The New Day match was 6 minutes and 25 seconds long. I don't know if I brought that up. But yeah, so 0 out of 5 stars for the first 2 matches there. 1 out of 5 for the Divas tag. Then we get Big Cass defeating Luke Gallows in just a total shitfest of a match. Only 2 minutes and 45 seconds long. I mean, that's just a waste of time. It's not enough to put out a quality match, as we all know. So I gave that 0 out of 5 stars. And let me just take a quick little break here from this Raw review to rant on these announcers here. Because I hear the announcers going off, oh, $9.99, but you not only get Fastlane, but you could get WrestleMania. These announcers that I hear every week telling us to buy the shit here in the company are just fucking retarded. I've never really talked about the announcers, so first off, and I want to talk about them too because you had an incident later on in the show. We'll skip forward a bit. You had your Rollins and your Corey Graves promo. Graves is supposed to be the heel announcer, and he's not really even a heel because sometimes he backs the baby faces and disagrees with the heels. Which, I mean, the heel announcer should always side with the heels, but for some fucking reason they don't do that. So you figure, Corey Graves being the heel announcer, he wouldn't be supporting Seth Rollins as the baby face, but instead he's not only hugging Seth Rollins but helping him in the ring. I mean, what the fuck is this? I mean, you're supposed to have heels and faces, bad guys and good guys in this company. So Corey Graves is not even a legitimate heel announcer. Byron Saxon's a joke. I mean, he's there pretty much for 7-year-old children. I mean, every time the New Day comes out, he gets a fucking boner. He fucking, jizzes in his pants. I mean, it's so embarrassing to watch that fucking, idiot. The failed wrestler, Byron Saxon, beg for the New Day to fucking pour Cheerios down his throat. I mean, it's laughable. Then you got Michael Cole, who's Michael Cole. I mean, you could thank Jerry the King Lawler's heart attack for turning Michael Cole babyface and making him boring. Because as a heel, he was really fucking funny. I mean, if you type in Michael Cole NXT, that is some of the funniest shit I've seen. I mean, he was really good in NXT. Just he's just funny. He's got talent. I mean, a lot of people like to hate on him, but I am definitely a coal miner there. So I mean, he is funny as a heel, though. I mean, but of course they like to restrict everybody. They don't let anybody be themselves, and they gotta micromanage everything. So therefore, Michael Cole is a boring piece of shit. So then they say, oh, you could get Fastlane in WrestleMania for $9.99. Fuck out of here with that. First off, Fastlane, not why did they change it? It should be Roadblock. Perfect name for this pay per view because it kills two birds with one stone because not only is this a roadblock in my life because I got to waste 3 hours of my Sunday night, which is usually my day off where I get to relax. Sometimes I don't get to relax. I got school on Monday, so sometimes I got to do homework on Monday. But usually my day off is on Sunday. I think I actually got to work this Sunday, so that's great. Got to work and then I got to watch the pay per view. That's a great fucking day. So it's a roadblock in my life because it's something I got to do, and it's also a roadblock in the sense that it hinders the build to WrestleMania. So instead of building up to WrestleMania for the last 3 weeks, we're building up to this nonsense pay-per-view roadblock, which is, like I said, it's pointless. Just fucking get rid of it and build to WrestleMania. Have a long-ass build to WrestleMania. I mean, after all, it is your biggest show of the year. The most important show of the year. Damn. I mean, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So then we got Sheamus defeating Titus O'Neil in a 15-second match. 0 out of 5 stars. I mean, this match here doesn't even deserve an explanation of why it was terrible. Then we get a Triple H and Rollins promo, which I thought was actually a first good thing of the night here. So Rollins comes, like I said, the whole Corey Graves thing helping Rollins and hugging him was dumb. But then he asked Rollins some questions, and Rollins was acting very awkward. He was like and he was giving very generic answers. Like Graves was asking him, "Are you going to be at WrestleMania?" Well, I don't know. The doctors say maybe. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know. How's the rehab going, Rollins? Well, it's going all right. I mean, I mean, were they trying to make him seem sad or depressed? Because it didn't seem like it. He seemed more confused and unprepared than anything. So the opening was kind of iffy. I did not like the opening. But then Triple H came out, which I thought was a good thing to have. And he cut a very good promo here, I thought. I mean, he mocked Rollins. And when they take a real life event and incorporate it into a storyline, it always makes things much better, which I love when they do that. So kudos to WWE for doing that. So Triple H basically says, Rollins he's washed up now. He's run his course. Triple H used him for all he could use him for, and now he's injured and can't use him anymore. And he's basically just saying Rollins. He's basically saying, "Fuck you, Rollins. You suck. You've been injured twice in the last 2 years. You're gonna miss WrestleMania 2 years in a row, or however long he's been injured now." So I mean, I really liked it. And then Rollins says in return, I got nothing left to lose. I'll be at WrestleMania to confront you, which is really cool because it's like I thought this injury is legitimate. So who knows if he's going to be ready or not. And then Triple H also said, if he shows up at Mania, that'll be the last time he shows up in a WWE ring. So, I mean, I really like the promo, a good quality promo, something that we don't usually see in this company, but it was good. So, just as we're going uphill, to some good shit here, just as quickly as WWE, goes up the hill, they go right down the hill again with the big shit. I mean, the Big Show defeating the Shitty Stars of the Caribbean in a 1 minute and 50-second terrible fucking 0 out of 5 star garbage match. I mean, why even have this garbage on the show? If you're going to have 3-hour Raws, why even put this shit? Might as well just scrap this shit and have Raw as 2 hours. Or actually give this, instead of having taken 5 or 10 minutes out of the show, put this 5 or 10 minutes towards the main event, which was only given 4 minutes and 35 seconds of wrestling. Then we have a 2-minute cruiserweight tag match. Again, just totally pointless. What's the point of having a 2-minute cruiserweight tag team match? Perkins and Gallagher defeats Neville and Tony Nese, 0 out of 5 stars. Doesn't even deserve an explanation of why it sucked. Again, I mean, it's just terrible. And then your main event was Samoa Joe versus Cesaro, defeating Cesaro. They only gave it 4 minutes and 35 seconds. I mean, why would you give your main event that long only? And first off, they had a commercial too. They had a fucking commercial in between it. You can't have a fucking 4 minute and 35 second match. Just have wrestle for 4 minutes and 35 seconds long and then have the commercial. You got to put the commercial right in between so it screws up the momentum of the match. I hate when they do commercials during the matches. It just fucks everything up. And you think they wouldn't do commercials either, because the matches are so goddamn short. I mean, you figure they could get away with not doing commercials during the fucking match. I mean, it's not like the matches are 20, 25 minutes long. They're fucking 5 minutes long, 3 minutes long, 6 minutes long. I mean, they're short ass matches. But no, we got to put commercials in between them, which, like I said, it really interrupts the flow of the match. So yeah, so I guess if you add in the commercial wrestling time, the match would actually be what, 6 or 7 minutes. So you can't have a 6 or 7 minute match straight of wrestling. I guess not. But nonetheless, this match should have been way longer. I mean, it was going good. Samoa Joe was doing some nice moves on Cesaro's leg and shit like that. I was really liking how it was going, but then, like I said, it was only 4 minutes and 35 seconds long, and you cannot have a good match in that span of time. I mean, if they would have given it 5 or 10 minutes longer, probably would have been a really good match. But no, we got to give time to Big Show versus the Shitty Stars, or Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil. So I gave this match 2 out of 5 stars, and then we have your last segment there with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Very cliche there. You got Strowman coming out to confront Foley and basically threatening him. And, I wonder who's going to come out. Hornswoggle? Is Hornswoggle going to come out? Is Carlito going to come out? No. Obviously, Roman Reigns, the Savior, the second coming of Jesus Christ there. I mean, God himself. The Pope. I mean, he's just every good person in the world combined. I mean, he is the Almighty, the Savior, the King. Roman Reigns comes out to save Mick Foley there, and then the good thing about it is there was no fucking promos, because both of these two people just don't cut promos. Roman Reigns fucking sucks at promos. Braun Strowman hardly even talks, so I was fine with that. And they brawl for a little. I actually liked the brawl. It was good. I mean, they go through the crowd. Roman Reigns spears Strowman through the barricade, and then Strowman threw Reigns into the turnbuckle there, which very cool. It like exploded the top turnbuckle or the top rope. It like collapsed it, which I thought was pretty cool. But after that, he just leaves him there. It's like I thought it would have been cool to like finish him off and throw him through the table or some shit like that. It's like kind of an anticlimactic finish. Like, even though that was a cool move, it would have been even cooler to see him like finish him off and put him through a table. Because that didn't really come off as like a finisher kind of move there. I mean, it was a cool ass thing to see that. I mean, I haven't seen anything like that, so I mean, it was cool. But I would have preferred something, just to finish him off, put him through a fucking table. But nonetheless, I still enjoyed that brawl there. It wasn't a typical brawl. They were going throughout the arena, and spear through the barricade was cool. And like I said, the thing with the top rope was cool. So a pretty good finish there. There was also a brawl between Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe too that I left out there. They kind of both got in some shots, and Sami Zayn did a cool little somersault move there off the ring stage there to Samoa Joe, which was pretty cool. But so yeah, I forgot that. But I mean, that was I just left that out. So. But there you go, people. There's your Raw review. Show is, like I said, a couple of good things there. The Triple H Rollins promo was good. And also the Strowman Reigns brawl was also pretty good. So I'll get up my Fastlane review here before the pay-per-view. And I will give my predictions to the matches. So there you go, people. There's your Raw review.